Hey everybody, welcome to another thrilling episode of Retro Fighters. I'm Mark Rodriguez.
And I'm Johnny Rodriguez.
And we're back with a brand new game this time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist for the Sega Genesis. This is so awesome because we went to this cool place called A Gamer's Paradise and we found like, cause these are retro stuff, you know? So we found the missing wires we needed to hook up the Genesis to the TV to play it again. Hooked up the DVD recorder and here we are. You got this awesome intro based on the old 80s cartoon. Yeah. Now this game's kind of a walkthrough, kind of a cakewalk. Let's kind of make it a little harder here. Go to the options. And yeah, hard mode. There you go, hard mode. But yeah, let's give ourselves some extra lives and continues. I don't know. I know it kind of defeats the purpose, but we're probably not going to use them all anyways. Because yeah, Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist, they're both pretty easy. Nintendo ones are harder. Okay, let me see what I'm gonna pick. Yeah, pick Michelangelo.
This is April O'Neil reporting.
Sounds more like Barbara Walters.
Shush. Right now, the Statue of Liberty and Manhattan are disappearing.
I have to treasure the Hyperstone from Dimension X, and it's only a matter of time before I conquer the world. Turtles, I dare you to challenge me! Ha 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 ha! Hey Shredder, what's going on? We won't let you get away with that. We'll track you down with our high energy detector, bro! I do not know which voice I was trying to be. Anyways, the first scene, New York City! And for those of you that have never played this game ever, but have played Turtles in Time, you'll recognize that the graphics are very similar to Turtles in Time, basically.
And the gameplay style, with the exception that they don't draw in this game for some weird reason.
Yeah, they don't have that weird 3D draw. Yeah, it's kind of weird, because now you think about it, the Genesis had Tournament Fighters and Hyperstone Heist, and it's like, Hyperstone Heist is kind of, sort of, but not really Turtles in Time. And Tournament Fighters just had all new fighters, and it sucks like fucking hell! So it's kind of weird that Konami made, like, different games for the Genesis instead of just making it like the Genesis version of Turtles in Time, or the Genesis version of the Super Nintendo Tournament Fighters. It's kind of weird. Anyways, like I said before, Michelangelo, I'm first player.
And I'm Leo, the second player. And wow, this is a little bit boring.
Yeah, the first level, this first level is a bit slow, but the game does pick up later. It gets crazy a little later.
I think this is the only turtle game where you actually fight in their lair.
I don't know if that's their lair.
Well, not in their lair, but in the sewers. I mean,
I guess.
Well, they have fought in the sewers before, but this looks more like closer to their, you know, lair location. Like they just got out from there to head out.
But then why are the foot soldiers going to be right outside their lair? How did they find it? Oh god, Roadkill Rodney. Yeah, you're going to find out that this game loves the fucking Roadkill Rodneys. There's a lot of them in this game.
Mash out, Jar-Jar.
That was scary. Anyways, yeah, these guys come out a lot. But it's so weird how he did it like this. And I don't know, I mean, okay, we don't complain. We were like the few kids back in the old days, like we used to live as people, middle class, whatever. We're like the few people that had both a Super Nintendo and a Genesis. When back then, people, you had to decide. You couldn't afford it. You know, what system do you want, right? But we had both. So we didn't have a problem. You know, we had both Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist. But if you just had the Genesis version, I don't know. I mean, it would probably kind of suck not to have Turtles in Time. Because, I mean, yeah, this is sort of, but not the same. You don't have the same levels. You don't have the same bosses. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you would be happy with just having this game while your friends are playing the SNES version of Turtles in Time. Or you go to the arcade, play Turtles in Time in the arcade, and you just got this Hyperstone Heist. I don't know. It's weird.
Although, to be fair, the SNES version of Turtles in Time isn't quite the same like the actual arcade game. So even the SNES fans are missing out on the real game.
See, now this is another difference here. And Turtles in Time, the whole game, like, I mean, each stage is one long stage. And here, you try to divide it into little subsections. This is like the second section of stage 1 here, which of course kind of looks like level 2 of the Turtle game, of Turtles in Time. I mean, I swear, this game is such a weird mishmash of Turtles in Time, of the original Turtle arcade, and a little bit of Turtles 3, I think, and some originality too. It's just a bizarre mismatch of everything, man.
Although it's pretty cool though, because I think that, well, every time I see these levels that look kind of like the original Turtle arcade game, it just makes you think, wow, if only Genesis have, I don't know, have bought the license from Konami to make the Turtles arcade game back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would have kicked ass.
Although the graphics looking this good,
I know it would not have. Yeah,
it's because it's so a later game. But
I think the car's gonna. Yeah, I knew that.
See, that looks exactly like the one of those
Turtles
levels from
2.
the Turtles
Yeah.
to the actual arcade game.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know they can't copy the 4-player action, just like how this game also doesn't copy the 4-player action, but yeah, I mean, Turtles arcade game would look way better than Genesis, and of course the, you know, Nintendo, 8-bit Nintendo, because Genesis does, you can't do this on Nintendo, and all that.
Yeah, it really would have been a good game for the Genesis.
But, you know, Konami just wanted to keep going forward instead of going back. I'm not sure. I think maybe in Japan this game was actually called Turtles 5 or Revenge of the Shredder or something like that. They have different names. Just like how Torment Fighters was called Mutant Warriors or something in Japan.
It's funny how they always have certain titles and then
hey,
they
you
get
got more
changed.
points than I do.
Yes.
Yeah, this game just gives you 1 point per enemy. Turtles in Time, like, I don't know. I think you get, like, 2 points if you do this, or 3 points if you use a throw. Like, it has different point system depending on what attack you use. And here's basic. Okay, here's the third part of the stage. This kind of, I don't know. I can't tell if this is ripping off in Turtles in Time or ripping off the normal arcade. That was interesting because Turtles in Time was just called Turtles in Time. It was not called Turtles 4. You know, they just made it up with, you know, Turtles 2 the arcade game, and then Turtles 3 the Manhattan Project, and now Turtles 4, you know, it's weird. I remember those old magazines you could order like by mail, they still called it Turtles 5, even though it's not really Turtles 5. So anyway, the Nickelodeon show, now it's actually out.
Well, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's very action-packed. And it exceeds my expectations.
Yeah. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, now that the weapons kind of changed, it would be so awesome in the game if you do that. That if you play the game, you can do a, I don't know, 2-button press or something, and Michelangelo's nunchucks turn into the Kusarigama thing, and that Donatello's bow staff has to blade out or something. That would be kind of cool, because you know they're going to make a new Ninja Turtle game based on the Nickelodeon cartoon. Sooner or later, they got to make a game based on it, you know, so that would have been bad.
But will it be a beat-em-up? That's the question.
I know, it's gonna probably be like those weird 3D beat 'em ups like the Konami, like the other ones based in 2003 cartoon. I don't like it. I don't know. I just like, it's not the same. The 3D thing is just too crappy, or maybe the background just feels so large and empty. Well, in a more 2D-ish format, there's like all this shit in your face all the time. It's just crazier. I mean, I don't know why. You just...
Plus, the gameplay mechanic always seems to be a lot easier in these 2D beat-em-ups compared to the 3D ones for some reason. Like, it's more like basic. It's like the core. It has more of its of the feeling they're just there to beat people up, and the 3D ones, they want to make it too puzzly sometimes.
Okay, here's our first boss, and it's Leatherhead, I guarantee. You are too mature to hang with me, you betcha. I'm gonna turn you into Turtle Gumbo, I guarantee.
Oh boy.
Alright, yeah, watch out. I think he runs more in this one compared to the Turtles in Time version. And again, he's skipping things. In Turtles in Time, he would whip you with his tail, he would punch you, he would like throw lobsters at you, and it's funny because the lobsters are biting you, you're kind of like stuck there, so you're wide open for attack. Here he just seems to run around and throw knives.
Wow, they did change him a bit, did they?
It's more like limited him. Let's knock his ass out.
I wonder if it's done on purpose or it's just because like Genesis wanted to do something different.
I don't know. This is a weird ass sound effect they give when you hit the bosses. And that's also new. They have a little energy bar up there for the bosses. You never had that in the arcade or nothing. I think maybe when you fight Super Shredder in the end. I mean, oh sorry, what's I think regular Shredder? Maybe he had an energy bar or something, but not everybody. Oh, I don't know. I forgot. It's been a long time. I've been beaten by a bunch of teenage turtles. No. And that's the end of scene 1, guys. New York City is clear. And we'll continue with scene 2 when we get back to this game with Retro Fires. This is Mark Rodriguez,
Johnny Rodriguez,
and see y'all next time.
Oh yeah.
Kawabunga.